What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Barely Acceptable podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Vito,
John.
and this is going to be our first attempt at a podcast.
Yeah. This is our first ever podcast we're doing. We're seeing how we're going. We don't know where we're gonna go with this podcast yet. But this is our barely first one, so we don't honestly know. We're just gonna talk about that comes to our mind, and if you guys want to listen or argue, me and Vito go way back, and we love to argue and stuff like that. And we thought like, hey, maybe some of our people would love to watch us argue or what we talk about. So this is what our
A
podcast.
new journey.
Yeah, a new
kind
journey
of.
basically. I
New
mean, we're
stuff.
starting low, and hopefully see what happens from this point on.
Yeah. Hopefully, you guys enjoy, come along with the experience, and just have an overall good time.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy watching podcasts, and I hope other people as
Yeah.
well too. Yeah. I mean, our first topic that we decided to first talk about is Stan Lee.
Sure, yeah.
He's
As some may or may not know, a few days ago, unfortunately, he passed away.
how long ago was it?
Uh, I think today's Friday. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, sometime in the morning. So unfortunately, he obviously he wasn't doing good health wise. He was battling some issues. And in the morning a few days ago, he just
Yeah.
passed away. So that was the big news a few days ago. But he has a lot of things going for him that he did in his life. 95.
Yeah.
So he definitely.
I mean, we're not huge Marvel fans,
No, we're not huge, but in general, we're not huge Marvel fans.
and we're not
Like
huge.
I've only seen the original Spider-Man's movies, and I've seen Iron Man movies a little bit, and then I've only seen
I hate Iron Man.
one Avengers.
Yeah.
So I'm not a huge Marvel fan, but I still like bits and pieces.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing is DC, which I guess Stanley. We won't get into that because Stanley he would joke about DC a lot of times. I feel like, but
No, he would. He would.
at the same time he obviously thought his stuff was better.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, that's
Yeah.
bias.
Obviously, yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
Um,
There's nothing wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't. Marvel is great and all. I just didn't like their comics in the sense like they were all over the place. Like stories, different changes. If it was a different comic writer, the story would be completely different. I didn't like that as much, to be honest. That was just my personal preference. Like there was way too many variations of like stuff like that. But I do gotta admit, one of my favorite heroes is Spider-Man.
yeah.
He's I. It's kind of it's fantastic. I mean, to be fair. Stan Lee wasn't like the
I
creator
don't
of
think
Spider-Man.
he created.
No,
And
no, no.
eventually got sold to Disney.
Yeah, and stuff like that.
Got back,
And-
came back.
And Fox owns the
Yeah, it
Spider
used
for
to.
movies,
It used-
movie wise. But
Well, they may produce it. I don't think they own it because it's back with Marvel.
yeah, but my thing is like Stanley didn't create these specific heroes. He was
No.
like, what people I forgot his name, who just
There
died
was a-
as well
there was a-
too, but wasn't credited.
There was a co-creator.
Co-creator that wasn't credited, and Stanley took all the things. Like, don't get me wrong, Stanley is like the face of Marvel.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But I do think.
I mean, he did.
I do
create
think-
Legends.
Yeah, but I do think more people, like the creators of the heroes, should be more credited than Stan Lee. But don't get me wrong, like Stan Lee is like the statue
Yeah.
of Marvel. But yeah,
Obviously, yeah. I mean, he created Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four. I think he did Iron Man. So he did a lot of
to be fair,
creations.
the Fantastic Four,
But that was
Fantastic
the
Four movies were
Fantastic.
bad.
Granted, they weren't great, but he did create that cast. That was one of his first creations was Fantastic Four,
Yeah,
and then it went on. I can't remember exactly because like we said, John is probably a little bit more of a bigger nerd when it comes to Marvel stuff than me.
no, not really.
No.
I only love Spider-Man. I don't really
Okay.
keep up with Marvel.
But at the same time, like I said, I haven't personally. I'm not like
I mean,
Heart and
you
soul.
watched the Iron Man movies, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even watch the Iron Man movies.
I think I watched 2 of them.
I hate Iron
at
Man.
least.
I hate Iron Man. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't like. Hey, I didn't. I liked it.
Did you? Oh, another hero I love from. Well, technically he's not a hero. He's an anti-hero. Deadpool. Fucking
Is he?
love him. Yeah,
I
he's
thought
an
he's
anti-hero.
kind of a hero.
No, he's an anti-hero.
Oh, okay.
You know what anti-hero means?
Yeah.
Anti-hero.
Opposite of hero.
No. Anti-hero is not opposite of a hero. That's a villain.
Yeah, I guess.
Anti-hero is more like he does good things, but if it only benefits himself.
Yeah.
So if it benefits himself, he will help, and sometimes he does bad things in the meantime. That's why they're called anti-heroes.
Yeah.
So sometimes they do good, sometimes they do bad. It all depends on.
But that's Marvel?
Deadpool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I for a minute I got confused with DC.
No. Deadpool is definitely Marvel, 100%. But yeah, Stanley passing away in '95. I mean, my grandpa didn't even last that long.
Yeah, as most don't.
Yeah, that's surprising. And he was still popping up in.
He was busy. Yeah.
He was still popping up in movies.
He was still the.
Just there's always. I don't think it's gonna be like that anymore. Like he's gonna pop up maybe in like pictures, but he's not gonna be like the random pedestrian.
No, because that's
in the
tricky.
movies.
That's really tricky because they can do it, but like they did in Star Wars, how they got Carrie Fisher or some other.
That's crazy though.
They
how
got
they did that.
I know, but like the only
or like
problem
in
with
Fast
that,
and Furious, how they got his brother and they like manipulated it.
Yeah,
It was
but
horrible.
the only problem is they have to get the rights from the family.
Yeah.
Because now that Stanley has passed on, it's kind of like gaming rights and music and stuff like that. Like backwards compatible, you need the rights or at least permission from people. So if Stanley is to come back, it will be up to the family at that point.
Huh. Yeah, but there were some disputes in the family matter, like that he was getting.
Yeah, I know. There was rumors and that he was like being forced to do stuff.
Yeah, I wonder if that's true or not. I mean, we can't.
Yeah, we can't really comment on that because we haven't looked into it really.
Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was true though.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think Stanley, because one thing that I do know that Stanley did do was he was passionate for the fans. As much as I know about him, like he did it, everything he did was for the fans.
Yeah.
Especially the later years. Obviously he worked. There was no quitting Stanley. There was no retirement. So he was like, I'm doing this essentially, no pun intended, until the day he dies.
Yeah.
But he didn't quit. He was still the CEO of Marvel. He didn't have any say. Like he didn't say much about the movies. He said in multiple interviews that he really didn't have any say in the movies. Nor should he probably, because he's probably.
I wonder if he liked some of the movies, or he didn't. Yeah, we wish he could change some things.
Last I remember, he didn't. Well, obviously, before he was on the interviews, he didn't watch all of his movies cameos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or the movies in general, so he couldn't comment fully on them.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But
I mean, if I was, I would want to watch the movies. I mean, that's technically representing me, you know.
Yeah, but like if you were Stanley, you would have a small part to do in those movies a lot of times.
Yeah, I mean, well, he was
a small role.
Well, he was a pedestrian, like, and or sometimes he just come up as a poster, a picture. Sometimes they don't always have him, like in the movies that just sometimes come up as a pedestrian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. But nevertheless, I think, obviously, since we don't know too much, but like, I think he passed away of some type of health issue. I don't think it was necessary because he was. Obviously, just because of old age, but he passed on. Probably, I think, because of some illness he was dealing with for the past.
You don't think he died from old age?
I don't know. I can't. That's why I'm not going to go too much on it because I don't know the official report. But
yeah,
I know he was battling illnesses for the past year or so. That just deteriorated his health, and sometime in the morning they announced it.
When I first saw Stanley's death thing, it was on a billboard.
Yeah. On
a highway. It was saying, "Thanks for y'all." I don't remember what it said, but it didn't say like he was dead, but it was implying. It was implying. Yeah, it was digital. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was implying that he was dead. I'm like, what? Thanks for your hard. It was said like, thanks for your hard work. I'm like, what? What do you mean thanks?
Yeah.
And then I looked it up on the phone. And it was like he was dead. I was like, wow.
I got a notification.
I honestly didn't believe it when I first heard it.
Yeah. Well, I got a notification from a YouTuber that I watch,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw it, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I thought it was trick bait and all that stuff, but then I looked into it, and unfortunately, it happened. And
Yeah.
but that's in that news, and there's not really too much to say about that because obviously I think he will be remembered for his creations and his cameos especially.
Uh-huh.
And besides that, like, I mean, he had a great life. He loved it until the last.
I mean,
minute.
we don't know how great it was.
Well, I
at
mean,
the end.
he loved his job until the last day.
Yeah.
So like, you gotta give the man credit that him and a few other people who, like another person that comes to mind is Jonah Rivers.
Mm-hmm.
She passed a few years ago as well, and she was the same way, kind of.
Yeah.
She did work. She didn't really have retirement or quitting in her,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, it's just the way, nature essentially.
So you say you don't really, you don't keep up with Marvel, right?
No,
But out of
I do and I don't.
how about this? Let's change the topic just a little bit,
Sure.
like about heroes and stuff like that. Who's your favorite, DC
Hero?
or Marvel / hero? I mean,
Am I
you
picking
know-
picking one from each team essentially?
it's not really
Favorite?
like out
If I
of
had to pick one.
yeah. If you had to pick one, would you say Superman or Batman? I'm assuming.
Not Superman, Batman. I don't like Superman, honestly.
No.
No, and that's
I mean-
one of the things I would agree with Stan Lee's points. It was like they had to invent something to make him weak, which was
Yeah.
kryptonite. So, but if I had to pick, I would pick Batman. That's the thing.
That's like everyone's favorite too.
Yeah, it's just something I don't know if I connect with more, but it's just like I that's the most I watch entertainment.
Yeah.
I've seen all of the Batman movies pretty much.
Yeah.
I want to watch the Gotham. Like, it has a lot of things going for the Suicide Squad. Lead up to it a little bit. Overall, that's my favorite
Yeah.
movie. What about you? If you had to pick a side?
It's I mean obviously DC and people are like more Marvel side, like if you
Yeah.
look at the community and stuff like that is like, oh, DC's bad. I mean, it goes both ways. I don't say Marvel's bad or DC. I'm just more on the side of DC because
Well, yeah.
I connect more with more heroes to the DC side because I like the Flash. He's not my favorite, but I like the Flash. I like the Green Arrow. I mean, the version of now Green Arrow than the past Green
Yeah.
Arrow.
There's that Lantern guy?
I hate
Like,
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. Yeah. I was close. Lantern guy.
Green Lantern. Yeah, really close.
I mean, they have the same guy who does Deadpool. That's him. He was in the.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And he,
Ryan something?
did you watch the cutscenes? How he's like,
Yeah, I think
he just shoots him
Yeah, I
for
think
taking
so.
that role.
I've seen some.
To
of
be
the
fair, I
ads.
think Green Lantern's one of the worst heroes they ever created.
Maybe.
Have you ever heard like Gabriel Iglesias' joke?
Yeah.
He says, you heard that joke about
Mhm.
Green Lantern?
Yeah, I think so.
And like, I mean, I don't really argue which is better, Marvel
Me
or
neither.
DC.
I'm not like a fanboy essentially.
No, I'm not either. I just enjoy it. I just enjoy considering that DC has more shows.
Yeah.
You know that, right? Like
Yeah,
the
they
Flash,
have
the
more
Green
TV
Arrow,
shows going for them.
Supergirl, and stuff like that.
Yeah, they got like more
Yeah,
development program and TV, stuff essentially.
Yeah. No, yeah. And the thing is, like, I like my favorite hero, which I mean,
The Flash. Oh, not the
No.
Flash. The Green Arrow.
you think so?
If I had a bet, that probably would be your favorite hero.
Yeah, he is my favorite. Not
For some odd reason.
the reason is because I was always a bow and arrow guy, and then I feel like the Green Arrow, even though there was a comparison between do better Green Arrow or Hawkeye, Hawkeye would win in
Yeah.
a fight, but I feel like Green Arrow has a little comedy twist to him when with
Oh
the
yeah,
bow and arrow.
especially with Ryan, whoever plays Deadpool. I forget his actor name. Who plays Deadpool? He was the green. Oh, not the Green Arrow, but when he was doing Green Lantern, he had a lot. Of
Yeah, no, but I'm saying the Green well, that's not the Green Lantern is more of a serious guy, so he didn't. Ryan Reynolds didn't really.
Well, yeah, and there was also different versions of them that was less serious and more so.
Yeah. But I like the Green Arrow more in a sense because he uses a bow. I mean, Green is obviously like I liked him from the TV shows in the beginning. I don't like how the TV show is progressing now. It's not bad. It's
Yeah.
not horrible like some people say, but I like the Green Arrow and the way how he is and how he's serious is. And no one really would expect me to pick a Green Arrow as my favorite hero
From DC
from DC.
or in general.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the Flash, but I do like Green Arrow more because he's like more human, like Batman.
Yeah, well, Batman's probably the most iconic.
Oh yeah,
hu-
100%.
human. Yeah, and I know people get flack for it, but like, I mean, all like.
But that's why like
comparisons
DC.
aside-
But that's why like DC more. They have more human heroes than Marvel.
No, I would.
Yeah, they only
Maybe, but,
they
like,
do.
I feel like from what I've heard about Marvel, their characters and they kind of like implemented the role of your heroes have to be, have to have an emotion and they gotta be human. They gotta be human first, and then
Mhm.
superhero later.
Yeah.
And I think in cases of like Spider-Man is a great example because I think at sometimes
Everyone loves Spider Man, man.
Well,
yeah.
everybody's a vague term, but
I mean,
like you have to have
I
human.
haven't met anyone yet that doesn't like Spider Man.
Well, maybe that day will come sooner than later. But like Spider-Man has a human part of him that, and then a hero.
That's why you think
secondary.
many people connect with him.
Spider-Man, yeah, because he's supposed to be a young kid who's
Yeah.
like a nerd, gets beaten.
But that's the
up.
one I think. See, all those movies from Spider Man, they're all different. Like,
Yeah.
do you know like the first three Spider Man movies?
First one was debatable to be the best. From the
Yeah.
generation.
Hold on. Let me finish my thought.
Well,
I'm saying they're all different in a sense. Like, what's the actor's name?
from the first one.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire. He plays a different type of Spider Man.
He was a bit older.
And then the second one, I completely
the
forgot.
second one was horrible for a character, apparently.
Like the first two, yeah.
I never seen the second.
Because he was like this jockey guy.
Oh,
like
he was much older too.
not
was
only
not-
but not only that. Well, Tobey Maguire is older.
A bit older, but bit younger. He was more. He was at the time that
he
they,
looked like he was 30.
at
in
the time
movie,
that
dude.
they casted Tobey Maguire.
Dude, he looked like he was
passable for a
30.
teenager.
He looked like he was 30 though.
Spider-Man's supposed to be a young kid, kind of mid teenager to early teenager. Tobey Maguire barely passes to be because you can still feel.
To be
him as a
honest, I didn't
teenager.
like Tobey Maguire as a Spider-Man. I like. Okay, if you look at the movies now, there's so many things wrong with it. But my point. But hold
Yeah.
on, let me finish my thought. My point was like they're all different. Like you go from the first three trilogy
Yep.
to the next one. I forgot the actor's name.
The fourth. There's there's only 3 trilogies. There's not a fourth one.
I know, but I'm talking about the next actor. Like it ended with Tobey Maguire and it
Tobey
started the Amazing
Maguire,
Spider-Man.
that
It's called Amazing Spider-Man.
No, it's the original with Tobey Maguire, then the
Amazing Spider-Man.
which was horrible, and then
now with
the Homecoming and
the
whatnot.
Homecoming Spider-Man. Yeah. My point is, out of all those three,
Yeah,
those
trilogies.
those those 3 types of Spider-Man.
Okay,
I'm talking about the
actors.
yeah. Out of all of those 3,
Mm-hmm.
they're all different. Like
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire plays,
More of a nerdy.
yes, too nerdy.
Debatable.
He plays
yeah.
it too nerdy.
Yeah.
He plays it too. Maybe not too nerdy. Not at some points. I wish he was more nerdy than
He's
general.
more of a I'll just get beat up type of.
Yeah, I wish he
can't
played
defend myself kind of.
yes, more nerdy in certain ways.
Yeah.
But I feel like the third actor. I wish I could look up his name.
Yeah. And I can't say anything about it because I have not seen.
I mean, we can look it up right here. That's what we should do. Let's see. Spider-Man: Homecoming, right?
Yeah. Actor. Yeah.
You know, Spider-Man: Homecoming. You know, let's see, the cast. Let's look up cast. Because I honestly forgot his name, and it's just like,
Yeah,
Tom Holland. Okay, Tom Holland. Yeah, that's his name.
Mhm.
He I feel like many people don't like him, but I love it. I think he portrays Spider-Man exactly how he's supposed to be, nerdy, but yet sometimes tough when he needs to be and needs to go out his way. And to be honest, I feel like he does a way better job than Tobey Maguire.
Well, I can't completely say because I haven't seen
Homecoming?
any of the new ones.
No?
No, I haven't seen
You're
the
missing
middle.
out, man.
I haven't seen the middle, the horrible ones that they said is potentially the worst of the trilogies.
Yeah.
But I also haven't seen Homecoming. The only thing I've really seen that he was in was one of the last Avengers.
Yeah.
He was in, the one that's the new trilogy or the new.
Oh, that's the only time you saw him.
I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it too, detailed wise. But
Oh, you can just say spoilers alert.
I don't want to at the same time, but that's the only one of the Avengers is. I don't think he was in all the Avengers.
No.
I think I've only seen 2 Avengers. I can't remember, but the last Avengers I saw.
Yeah.
He was in it, and I still can't give. I don't know how to describe. I like what his potential is, but I have to go back and see the original Homecomings or that new generation to get a full understanding.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man is a.
I will admit though.
Fan favorite.
Yeah, but I think Tobey Maguire's. And I haven't seen the middle.
But think about, dude. Did you rewatch the first 3 Spider-Man?
At some point.
Yeah, now when you first watched them.
No,
I'm talking about rewatching.
Yeah, definitely.
Like right now. You did?
And some like months ago. Yeah.
Yeah, you did really?
Yeah.
You like them still?
I still like them.
Dude, you don't find like all those screaming girls are like insane?
Which screaming girls?
Like they're like every time he saves them, they're like all screaming like when there's danger, like.
But that was kind of.
It's like
that was kind of.
That was like the day and age. I know, like the day and age of like women screaming or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot the director's name too. I mean, there's so many names I don't know.
I don't know.
My point is like, I feel like there's way too many things wrong with the first 3 the first trilogy.
Well, then you could say the same thing about any movies from that generation of hero movies, because that's a small portion of my
I know,
opinion.
but we hold so highly of old movies.
Yeah.
Like people hold so highly of old movies.
I can't get.
There's so many things wrong.
I can't completely get into much details because I haven't seen the middle trilogy, and I haven't seen the new trilogy.
Yeah.
So he is the original one on screen, so I don't know how good. I don't know honestly, but I would have to wait until I see the other movies to completely gather an opinion.
Yeah. Going completely off topic. Sorry, completely off topic is I want to talk about this podcast.
Sure.
And a way, what we're planning for this podcast and what we're doing. And our plan for this podcast is more or less like, Vito obviously could agree with me in a sense of we're trying to live stream these podcasts. For now, we're going to probably keep an hour-long live stream podcast for podcasts to see how it goes. And this is our very first podcast, so we don't know how it's going to go. And we plan on talking about different topics, obviously sports and stuff like that. We're really into hockey and stuff like that, but also random topics like Stanley or whatever is going on.
Yeah, topic, just discussion.
Just random topics, basically.
Yeah.
Just discussion.
As
and sometimes
sometimes
you'll see me and Vito argue because we argue a lot.
I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's arguing.
Okay, discussion.
It's a discussion.
We have a lot of
discussions.
It's arguing,
then that's different.
Okay, it's the discussion. And my point, like, where and after the live stream, we point to putting up on our channel so you can rewatch it so you don't miss out on everything. So like when we go live, you don't miss out. We plan on doing that, but for right now, we're trying to figure everything out. This is our very first podcast, so stay tuned with us because we don't know how it's gonna go. But I hope you watch and support, even if you watch after or not after. But yeah, we're just 2 buddies that have been friends ever since high school.
Middle school. He doesn't even remember.
Yes, I do.
It was middle school.
No. Oh, yeah, it was middle school. Oh, wow. Well, we weren't that friends in middle school. We barely talked to each other.
But that's like the beginning.
We met each other in middle school, but we didn't become friends until high school, to be fair.
True. But I would still say we had that spark in middle school.
No, and then...
To be fair, I think.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember, but I do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Honestly, I'm going to be honest. I don't remember going back that far.
But like he was saying, like this is the first shot, essentially. So obviously, we're going to learn more from this format of podcast and hopefully get better, better equipment and change the scenery up. That's one of the main goals is we're going to be changing the scenery up a little bit. Obviously, this is temporary because this is like on the spot. But we're going to get a better background eventually. Pretty soon, actually. Potentially by next podcast we might get.
Oh yeah, we also mentioned how often we plan to do it twice or once a week. depending on
It
how
might
it
be
goes.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know exactly right now. We're winging it, kind of.
Yeah,
Maybe potentially
basically, yeah.
twice a week,
Hmm.
maybe three times. We don't know exactly.
We don't know, but
that might always change in the future.
depends how we like it. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, but I also think when obviously we get the better setup, obviously we probably will stream more because right now obviously we're
No, in
at
a
the
weird
bottom-
setup. Yeah.
We're at the bottom of the barrel, kind
Yeah,
of.
basically.
Like we plan to have good shares, a good setup, good angle, but right now it's just like we're winging it, and we're getting the ball rolling, a sense, to go.
Essentially, yeah.
And so far, it's not terrible.
It's not bad.
But
Um,
potentially by next podcast, things
Might change.
slightly change.
change.
something
Yeah,
like that.
we're gonna try to make the whole video thing, so you can see us better, no background in a sense, and better thumbnails. You know, like we're gonna learn as we go, basically. And obviously, once we have more people, we can chat with people. Obviously, you can join us, ask us questions, and just that's what we would like in the beginning. And then in the beginning, I would love to have a discussion about things and call us out on things that we might not know and stuff like that, because we're not perfect and stuff like that. But I always love listening to podcasts.
Yep.
And I love having discussion with friends, and that's just where I would if anyone else wants to hear us have discussions with friends, you know, we might have some of our friends come.
Yeah.
We might not so sure, but I know that me and Vito have many interesting discussions,
Well, this is
and we would like to have people
Well,
listen to our
this is
discussions
our-
and our opinions.
this is our channel, so we're just winging it. We know generally what we're doing, generally. And like we said, if you guys enjoy, then this will be a great little thing that we do weekly. at
We're
least.
sometimes funny, okay? We're not all the time hysterical.
We're funny when we want to be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, once it gets to know us, maybe you'll laugh a little. We got some inside jokes.
Yeah, but until then, basically, like, just gonna be a chill, relaxed podcast.
Yeah,
Talking
basically.
about it's the discussion between
Yeah.
two people or multiple guests.
Exactly, and honestly, it how you say it? We're gonna have to start at one point to become one. We got to start somewhere to get somewhere, you know.
Yeah,
Hopefully, we get viewers that support us, and
it's all with time, though.
yeah, it's all with time. Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that doesn't happen between us a lot.
No, not a lot.
No, not a lot.
Nope.
We don't agree a lot. I mean, except for the Marvel DC thing.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, too, is even online on YouTube, you need to have a boundary of agree to disagree at the very least.
No, I mean, I think it works best with us because we disagree a lot, and it's okay to disagree.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
of course.
in the long run, I'm not saying you're wrong. In the long
No.
run, we're just disagreeing.
Well, I would like to describe us as we're very civil, and if I'm not gonna get mad too much on the internet about if I agree or disagree with somebody. If I agree, great. If I don't agree.
Yeah.
But unless somebody says something, because that's another thing we might be doing is reacting. We're going to be reacting to other topics that happen on the internet.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that too much in the beginning.
Yeah. This is just gonna be like an
Yeah,
intro.
yeah. I just want to be like, you know how we usually talk on Xbox when we play
Yeah.
games, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
When we talk while we play, something like that.
Just it's gonna be like a little hangout discussion.
Yeah, I know. Maybe eventually we might do a podcast while we're playing a game. Watch people
Yeah.
watch us and we
Well,
do a
that's
podcast.
streaming.
Well, yeah, that is streaming
Yeah.
games.
I
I don't really want to stream games,
we
but
both have been in the streaming.
yeah, I was.
Yeah, I still have been.
Yeah, you're
I've
still.
had it
streaming.
since 2015.
Yeah, yeah.
You got in last year. I think.
Got in or got out?
You got in. Well, got out. You've had it for about 6 months.
No, I've been on and off. I haven't been consistent, but I want to keep this consistent.
Yeah. Well, this is a new thing. Gaming, streaming is slightly different, and we obviously.
Podcast is much easier than streaming games and stuff
No,
like
of
that.
course, yeah. It's more or less the same thing, but different. You still have that capturing, but instead of having gameplay, it's just us.
Yeah, basically, and we
Which-
talk about various
Yeah,
topics.
talk about a lot of things that we find interesting, that we find fascinating, that
Mhm.
relates to us. So, like it says, it's our show, and we go as we go. We discuss what we want to discuss, topics and news articles, and all the bunch. And like we said before, if you guys enjoy, then this is gonna be a nice new
Yeah,
journey.
you guys gonna get our opinions on things and stuff like that, like what we think of certain things.
It's
Maybe
that's what it
sometimes
is.
political, sometimes not.
Probably. I mean,
Sometimes it has to get political.
yeah. Realistically, even though it's a little, in the online in general, it's a little bit frowned upon. But if we want, like, this is gonna be our channel. So if we want to discuss
Stuff like
virtually
that.
anything we want,
We can.
we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Because it's our channel.
Mhm.
So that's a possibility. Anything at this point is a possibility, as long as it's essentially a topic and we talk about it. Then it's a go.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Yeah. If we both agree to it, basically.
Yeah, of course.
What did I want to ask? I forgot what I wanted to completely ask you.
Well, not Stanley, obviously. Not
No,
Marvel.
yeah, we talked about podcasts now.
Yeah,
what we're
podcast.
gonna-
Our goal.
what our goals are
Mhm.
and stuff like that. Trying to broaden our horizon, and
Yeah.
then basically we talk about a little bit about DC and stuff like that,
Yep.
and Marvel and Stanley, and we're both
Yeah.
sad that Stanley passed away, obviously.
Unfortunately, yeah. And it's like
Unfortunate,
our
you
intro.
know. Yeah,
It's
Rest in
unfortunate
peace.
that was essentially our first topic.
but I mean it
it's-
has to be because we love heroes.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say we were big. Like, that's why we said in the beginning.
We're not huge Marvel,
We're
but
not
like
really huge Marvel
but-
fans or
but Stanley was a huge incorporation of heroes and comics and stuff like that, and it's important to mention
Yeah.
because if you get to know us as well, like I'm a huge hero fan. Like I watch like shows like Green Arrow, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, The
Yep.
Flash, and stuff like that. I love watching stuff like that. I didn't read too much comics as a kid, but I do get the enjoyment of comics, and I wish I was into it.
Yeah.
And like
I'm not really into comics.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But it's just not my thing.
I'm not into it. I mean, I'm in like I see why people are into it. I
Yeah.
just never read. I never read them.
You never had it as a kid, probably.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But
Yeah.
like probably if I did have them as a kid, I probably would be into comics right now.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, potentially
know.
because I love heroes. Like
Yeah.
I love the movies. I love the lore of superheroes
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff like
that's
that.
probably the biggest one.
Yeah,
That people get behind.
yeah, the lore, where
Yeah.
they come from and stuff like that. I love that,
Yeah.
and that's what one of the topics you probably see coming up here and there
Oh yeah.
from movies coming out
hmm
and stuff like that. We'll probably talk about that very often.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's anything. Basically, anything's not off topic.
Yeah.
We can just talk about anything.
I know, but some things we're gonna mention more than other things.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Whatever we are most passionate about.
Yeah, passionate about.
Obviously.
Yeah, I know. I mean, obviously, that's various types of things.
Mhm.
So we'll get to them whenever we get to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, our first topic was surprisingly,
Yeah.
Stanley. But all my last thing I want to say about it, rest in peace, and thank you for all the superheroes he brought to us.
Yeah. Thank
I
you.
guess,
As he looks
technically.
at me, thank you. Yeah. Like I actually gave him. No, but yeah, he will be. He is a legend, and he will be missed.
Yeah.
So with that being said, another topic I have might be slightly different, but sports, hockey. Obviously, let's get into this detail a little bit. So, what type of fan is your team from hockey?
Well, you already jumped the gun. Like
I did.
sports. I mean, well, me and Vito are both into hockey. We
Mhm.
love all sports. We watched NFL, NHL,
Well, you watch basketball.
NBA. Yeah, I watch a
I'm
lot of
not
basketball.
so into
more.
basketball.
I'm really into NBA. That's something I watch a lot.
That's my
And I don't watch baseball.
No.
The MLB. No,
No.
I don't.
Does-
I'm never into it.
It's fun to go to games and play.
That's what I heard. I've never been to
It's
a game.
not. I've been. It's not.
It's fun to be a game.
It's not fun. It's not like extremely.
It's an experience,
it's,
though?
It's always.
An experience.
It's always good.
Yeah.
Even though it can be slow, but
yeah,
it's
that's the thing. That's my big thing on
Yeah.
sports. Let's talk about like our sports, not just hockey in general.
yeah.
Let's just talk about
Well,
sports.
obviously
and-
we know half of so far, like half of,
Yeah.
of me.
Yeah. The thing is, with sports, you probably won't see us still talking much about baseball.
No, not really.
That-
Like we have our
no.
respective teams in the sports we don't really watch. I feel like but we just have them to have.
Yeah, just haven't. I mean, basically college, but that's because from Chicago.
Sox over here.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a Sox, obviously, which I'm not. Like, it just is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I'm surprised, honestly, that I like them. Because I don't have many Chicago teams. That's, like, the only one I really care about.
I could technically see why you'd like White Sox.
Well, because I also didn't see too many options. I didn't go into. I just saw the first one and I was like, okay, that's good enough.
Yeah, as a kid, I mean, talking about our sports background, as a kid, I loved basketball. That was one of my best sports I played personally. I love basketball, and I didn't really get hockey until later on, and then I find out that hockey is another sport I love.
Yeah.
And I don't think. Right now, my hockey is the best sport. Like in general of watching and playing and stuff like that, hockey is probably the best.
Yeah.
And not many people could say that they like hockey.
No, it's definitely an underrated sport.
Definitely.
I can. But
to be fair to all the controversy of all the hitting, how people getting concussions.
Yeah, that's every sport essentially.
And yeah, that's every sport, but mostly in football.
It's a big problem in football.
Yeah, football, and then hockey. I feel like sports are gonna disappear. Like it's gonna be more different because they're gonna view it differently. You know what I mean? Like they're not. It's not gonna be as popular, but everyone loves their sports.
Yeah, and I kind of disagree with that. I mean, I think sports is going to be around for.
No, I think they're going to be on for a while still.
For virtually forever.
But my thing is, I don't think they're going to be on forever. That's my opinion. Because
nothing lasts forever though.
But the thing is, true. But my thing is, it's going to be gone sooner than later because, in my opinion, because of all this whole concussions and like this brain injury and.
I mean, we'll have to see.
And would you want like your kid playing in football? That's my thing. It's like, and less people like I can't say that word. Nowadays don't want their kids involved in that stuff, and I feel like it's gonna be less and less. People are gonna be wanting to watch it, but it's gonna affect people and stuff like that. But to be honest, I don't know how much longer football is gonna last or stuff like that.
Football is the more potentially dangerous one because it's constant hitting.
Well, I mean hockey too.
But football, every play does a hit.
That's
guaranteed.
True. Yeah, hockey you can avoid it.
Yeah, you can avoid it. You can cheap out, back up a little bit, avoid a hit. Generally, you can avoid a hit in football too, but every play.
There's a tackle involved.
Every play there's
Yeah, in hockey there's more juking and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean hockey has.
There's dekes and stuff.
It has the hittings, but it happens once in a while.
Yeah.
Every
and there's also
plays.
Fights that also affect.
True, but the fights are getting less and less common because there used to be the enforcers, tough guys.
Yeah.
And the league is starting to go to speed, smaller guys, and puck handling essentially. So the game is starting to get less focused on hitting and being a tough guy.
Yeah.
Like Lucci, Charles, those types of guys, they are like known to be enforcers and just bash people up. And we're getting away from that, which is fine because it's evolution.
Yeah.
It happens. But in general, hockey, I think, is like obviously we're really passionate about it because not only do we enjoy watching the sport, but you also get a second sense when you actually are involved with it.
Yeah.
Physically, essentially, when you're playing the sport and you have access to that, you get more of a passion.
Yeah.
When you're involved.
Yeah, and the thing is that I want to talk about is just like we have a lot of sport background.
Yeah.
Between us, and I think of how time goes on.
Yeah.
They will learn more about how we. What we're more into and stuff like that, our opinions and our knowledge of sports, and we'll be obviously watching more sports on podcasts to keep up with stuff like that because I love watching hockey. Don't get me wrong. I haven't been keeping up with the NHL, but I love every time I watch it. I never have a bad time.
Yeah.
I mean, even if my team is losing and stuff
like
that.
With that being said, I know the answer.
Well, obviously,
let's
you know
talk
the
a little
answer,
bit more. Get a little bit more personal, shall we? Your favorite team in hockey?
Obviously, it's Pittsburgh Penguins. Even though I'm not from originally from Pittsburgh, but I do love the Pittsburgh Penguins. The reason why is, when I was a kid, James Neal, hockey player, was on the Pittsburgh Penguins. But my dad took me to a hockey game, and the first ever game I watched was the Blackhawks versus Pittsburgh. I don't remember the exact day because I was a kid.
And that's funny too, because my favorite team, that was the same thing.
Yeah.
My team was
Yeah,
against the
but
Hawks as well.
Yeah, I know.
But it makes sense because we're from Chicago.
Yeah.
We are like outlaws essentially with our sports teams.
But my thing is like I loved it wasn't like everyone asked me like because of Crosby, like no, not really. I'm more fell in love them watching them play,
Well,
and
honestly,
then I
I
fell in
have-
love with James Neal, like the way he played,
Well, here's the thing with
his
my
skill set, and I love that, and
Yeah.
that's why he was my favorite player, and he was from Pittsburgh, and so that's why Pittsburgh Penguins from hockey is my favorite teams.
But if somebody's saying that's really weird because if somebody's saying, "Oh, you like that team because of one player," well, okay, let's just say that's true.
he's
or
not on
not.
the team.
If I know.
Pittsburgh is still my favorite
I know,
team.
but like, they say, "Oh, you like him like the team because of Crosby." Let's say that's true, or if it's not, it doesn't matter honestly because it's really my what I'm about to say. It makes sense on both sides. If it's true, right? Then that's because you had a passion for a player and you like the team that he's on. Makes
Yeah.
sense. If it's not true, then that means that you just like the team for another reason.
Yeah.
So like in the end of the day, doesn't matter because I think that's pretty much why we love sports is
Yeah.
because of players,
No.
certain players. Like with football and hockey, it's different. But like with my team, it's the Anaheim Ducks, also known as the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim before they got changed.
Yeah, I remember the movies.
In
From that.
2006.
They were great to watch.
Oh yeah, it was. And my passion with getting with that team was probably the movies had a big thing to do with it, but one of my first memories was going to a Chicago game against the Mighty Ducks back in like 03, 05. And I think we lost, but it was just a terrific experience. And
You like
from
the
that
Ducks
point
more?
on, I loved whatever the colors, whatever the case was, because I was too young.
That's how
at
you
that
fell
point.
in love with the Packers.
Packers, colors, and then so it starts with my teams in general with the colors,
Yeah.
and then the players fill that void eventually.
yeah.
So then at that point, I've had a passion for those teams.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, especially when I get a Mighty Ducks jersey, the new third jerseys that they have, it's amazing. And as soon as they come down in price, I'm gonna get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they actually have sales right now for the original Adidas jerseys. They're on sale, cheaper, like $160 for the pro level, essentially. But the new third jerseys came out are not on sale yet.
Oh.
So as soon as they go down,
Well, yeah.
I'm going to begin that
In
collection.
general, yeah. I mean, I like the Saints from the NFL.
NFL.
Sorry. Yeah, NFL. Main reason
It's kind of more or less the same reason.
because Drew Brees.
Yeah, passion.
But I mean, if Drew Brees left the Saints, I don't know if I would like the Saints anymore.
I've been there with Brett Favre.
Yeah, I just
For-
the reason why, but the Pittsburgh Penguins is different because it's more an experience. I never liked the Bears because they're the Bears because they're just not that good.
I
never liked Urlacher and
Yeah.
I never liked him and. I like Drew Brees because of his skill set and what he brought, and
Yeah.
it's just that the Saints aren't that. I mean, I watch them from time to time. I love the Saints, and I'm not the person to switch team from team to team.
Oh,
but like,
no.
but my point is like, I love Drew Brees, like the way he's a quarterback, and that's why I love the Saints. But my thing is like, if he got traded and stuff like that, or whatever the case is.
And if he does, it would be later.
Yeah,
a few years. from now,
to
at
be fair,
least.
I don't know if I would like the Saints anymore.
I'll give you.
And I don't keep up with. Let me finish.
Yeah.
I don't keep up with the NFL that much and stuff like that because lately the Saints haven't been. That's a
They've been
great
doing
team.
decent.
Yeah,
They're okay.
They're not great though.
Yeah.
That's my thing. It's like I'll admit, like I'm a fan, but they're not doing that great as I'd love to, and
Yeah.
I haven't been keeping up with them. My only thing is like I really watch Drew Brees and stuff like that. But yeah, with the NBA, obviously I love Bulls.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. As a kid, I grew up with
Yeah.
brothers and cousins that had like memorial of Michael Jordan.
There was
and
also
the
that
Bulls.
movie in the 90s.
Yeah.
What was that called?
Space Jam.
So yeah, that's kind of the same. See, that's funny because I watched that jersey. I watched that movie. I didn't get a big passion like I did with the Mighty Ducks movie too. Like,
Well, it's not because
I know,
it's
but
not
it's
from
weird.
Chicago.
I know.
It doesn't represent Chicago.
It was
Just make him
LA.
it just represents Michael Jordan.
Well, yeah, true, but I think it had to do a small bit with Chicago. No?
No, nothing.
Okay, well, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Oh wait, well, to be fair, they do play a Chicago team. Like,
Yeah.
But that's it. Like he doesn't play on the Chicago. You don't see him play for Chicago.
He's played for this.
They just
Space
show.
Jam.
Yeah, it just.
That's the team.
Yeah, they plays for the Spaceman team, but it shows that he comes from Chicago and
Yeah.
shows like he was on the baseball team at one
Oh,
point,
yeah,
like his history and whatnot. My thing is like my big thing is. Like I just grew up with a brother and cousins that love, and we all love basketball, and I
Yeah.
just around the Bulls, and I just grew to love the Bulls. Like even though they're not so great right now,
Yeah.
they had Derrick Rose, and like
He was.
he
okay.
was. Everyone was
was
saying
good,
he was
he
like
got-
the next Michael Jordan or
he just
whatever.
got
The
injured
next,
a lot.
yeah, he just got injured way too much, and they traded him, and the Bulls haven't been stable since then.
Yeah. Didn't they get rid of D Rose?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I still watch the Bulls when
Yeah.
I do. I mean, there's so many things, but
There's
that's
so
my
many-
team.
Yeah. So many.
That's my
different
team.
thi-
Like I watch the Bulls, and I love the Bulls. But basically, that's it. What is there left? Baseball, Cubs,
Baseball.
but don't really watch that.
Yeah.
What else? That's it, right?
There's soccer. And,
I mean, soccer. Okay, I'm Polish,
yeah.
and in Poland, I was born here. I'm American,
America.
but in Poland, they love soccer. It's like their religion.
Europe loves
It's
it.
it's their religion.
Yeah.
They pray
That's their
to it.
football.
Like, yeah,
No pun
but,
intended.
yeah, but it's like it's honor there. But my dad loved it, my whole family. But I was
Yeah.
never into soccer that much.
Yeah, because it's just for me. It's.
I mean,
not
I feel like that's the
exciting.
only one that we're gonna try to avoid is soccer because
Yeah, well, no, we
when-
do avoid. We don't. We
yeah,
don't
'cause
follow it.
We
really.
don't really. I mean, I know how to play soccer. I've been on a soccer when I was a kid.
Yeah, but we don't
soccer
follow
team.
it really.
We don't really follow
don't
because
play, don't
because it's
follow.
not really that interesting.
That doesn't interest
I
us.
watched do the world. I do watch the World Cup,
Yeah, I still don't.
but that's because of the family.
One time a year,
family
it's
tradition
potentially
type of thing.
interesting. Yeah.
Like family gets together, we watch the World Cup and stuff like that.
But you gotta, to be fair, you gotta like, watch 5 soccer games for something to be interesting about soccer.
Well, it's more of like a country. Which country is better in a sense?
Yeah, but-
because football doesn't really have that, or any other sport.
No,
Like,
because it's American.
yeah.
Which I barely.
Well,
like
any other
football.
sport. I mean, there's hockey and there's basketball.
Yeah, but
The
hockey
Olympics.
is like the best. It's by far, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, in
It's,
our opinion.
it's like a
yeah.
mixture of soccer, but better. So,
Yeah.
small nets, small puck.
Yep.
Small field.
Smaller field.
Instead of pricks on your shoes,
I'm
you
gonna
got
say it's like the same
skates.
size of a basketball court. No.
It's about.
Yeah, it's about the same size as
But
basketball.
it's actually in the same arenas as basketball.
Yeah, we know that.
Some of us did, some don't.
I didn't know at one point, but now I do.
Yeah, but it's actually very interesting watching that come up. Back to basketball, back to hockey. I wish
Yeah.
it was hockey 24/7 because it looks the best.
No, to be fair, I like to watch basketball and hockey.
Yeah, but if you had to pick,
Have you ever played basketball? Well, you
yeah,
have.
we have. You know this.
Yeah, I know, but like, have you ever played like? Well,
No, not professionally or on teams.
I have played on professional teams, and it's like a great experience.
Yeah, but I feel you get the gist of it on a court in general.
Now, you get like.
Well, then that'd be the same thing with our hockey careers. We're not on a team, but you know.
No, but my point is like, yeah, we would never get the full experience, you know.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think it takes away from.
Like playing an actual
I don't
game,
think
no,
it takes
no, no,
away
no, no, no,
from
no,
the passion of. Or
No,
how
no.
you
Like
like
if
the
you can
game.
play like a full game of hockey and a full game of basketball, it's like the same thing as NBA. The only difference is like the eye watching you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the cameras and all the stadiums. That's
No,
the
I'm
only
not talking
difference.
about NBA. I'm talking
I
about
know.
if you play professionally.
I know that's my
Compared to what we do for hockey and basketball
Yeah.
is casual.
yeah. My point is like, but my point is though like you don't miss. Playing a full game of basketball to me is a fun. The scene,
You're talking about a game,
yeah,
essentially. Yeah,
is the same fun experience as a full game of hockey.
sure, it can be.
Those two are my best. How you can say
Yeah.
enjoyments.
But at the same time,
I mean, if I had to pick one, yes, it's hockey. But like the most easiest to like just to pick up and just shoot is probably basketball because all you need is a
or
ball and a
football,
hoop.
technically.
Ball and a hoop.
All you need is football. You just need
Yeah,
a ball.
but it's not.
Technically, all you need is a ball and humans.
Yeah, but to be fair,
Because you
Yeah.
are the end zone.
I agree. But when basketball, you just need yourself and a ball
and a hoop,
and a hoop. Yeah.
which could cost some money.
Well, yeah. With hockey, you need a net and people.
Potentially, yeah. It depends how you look at it, I suppose.
If you want to shoot, yeah, most people just want to shoot at a goal. That's the
Yeah.
purpose of hockey. I mean, unless you're practicing, then.
But then the purpose
deking.
of football is the same thing. Then throwing in the end zone does not proper
Yeah.
end zone. But
Correct, but my point is like, favorite, like we all know is hockey, but
Yeah.
like for easier like convenience is basketball.
convenience for you, perhaps,
Perhaps, yeah, I guess,
because it's not just like anything else in life. It's not
because I can just pick up a ball and just
Yeah.
just dribble it.
sure. But
You know, if you want to go shoot, you can go find a hoop and shoot.
sure, but yeah, you gotta find a hoop.
And even though sometimes, you know, when you're in school, you always made those paper balls and shoot at the
Yeah.
trash can
actually
in school.
was also we invented BHL hockey, and we would just like sit around a round table
Oh yeah, we did the
and
flick.
flick them. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that was football too. Right?
No,
That was
it'd
the
be
hockey goal.
in between our legs. No, it would be on. You weren't there because it was in commons. So we would a round table and have essentially if it went through our legs, it'd be a goal.
Oh yeah, I did that too with
Oh.
Ryan.
I don't know. I didn't do it with Ryan.
I did it with Ryan because me and him had a lunch and all the time every
I
4
had
years.
with
It was just
Adrian-
insane. I don't know how that
Adrian-
happened.
Adrian and a bunch of other people.
Oh.
I don't remember you being in commons with me.
No, probably not. I never. I don't remember that.
No.
No, but yeah, that's what we. I did that too. I remember that.
Yeah, it's weird because I don't remember talking to you about it or anything like that, and you just
I think it came in our school as
Just-
popular.
I
I
think
mean,
it
I don't
somehow
know
just
how
did. It got spread
if anyone else did that in their schools, but
No.
that's what we did.
Yeah, that was one of the best things to do at commons or lunchtime, essentially.
Yeah.
But no, that's our hockey, our sports background, I suppose. Our
I
favorite,
mean, you learn more as we go. What our opinions
Well,
and
that's
stuff
obvious,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
but that's our hockey. You know, different passions for different occasions.
Yeah.
Hockey, basketball, almost all of the above.
Yeah, I'll be probably talking more about basketball than he will.
Yeah.
What my opinions are. I'm probably gonna start keeping up with that, considering that the season already started and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But are you gonna ever talk about like the NFL and stuff like that? Like, 'cause
Yeah, if
I'm
it co-
most likely
if-
not.
See, that's the thing. Like, if it interests one or the other of us, obviously, it will be brought up and discussed. Now, whether that other person has any interest in that type of topic or genre is fine because at the very least, it would be a one-on-one we can do, and
Maybe we'll bring on
Vent.
more people more interested in that topic.
yeah,
like
like
if
ourselves.
someone NBA, like we'll bring a friend or something.
somebody in NBA like Michael Jordan. Somebody.
Yeah, we'll bring him on this podcast. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
just like, oh yeah,
But no, it's
yeah,
like
it's the barely acceptable cast. Yeah, everyone knows about them.
Yeah, but it will be basically if you want to bring something up, anything's on the table essentially. So, and you can essentially have your spotlight of a few minutes of like a talking point, and discuss what irritates you potentially or makes you happy, whatever your overall thoughts is about that matter, and that's what we'll be doing. Whether one of us likes that topic or not,
And hopefully we can talk to some people and chat about
yeah,
it.
because at the very least, like I might not like something that you talk about, but at the very least, I might get informed or at the very least, just have like be interested in a conversation that even something I don't like.
Yep.
So I mean, anything's on table essentially.
Yep. And that will probably we're getting really close to the end of the
Yeah,
first hour.
About the first hour,
Yeah. So
another 10 minutes. About
no, less
8
than
minutes.
10 minutes. 7 more minutes
Yeah.
until an hour. But my point, we're really close to now.
Yeah.
My point is, we discussed what we wanted to discuss in our first podcast.
Yeah.
And our next podcast, you will see improvements.
obviously, yeah.
We're gonna try to upload this video to YouTube. Oh, I don't think we've been recording either. So the thing is, I think we gotta record as well too. But my point is, hopefully you will come along with our ride to this. We're the Barely Acceptable cast, and we'll see where that transitions into.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully, you will join us in the next podcast. And if you're watching this as a video, I hope you tune in the next live stream.
Mm.
Because we're going to try to communicate with our viewers.
We'll make this part like a daily routine.
Yeah.
Week by week, potentially. We're gonna start
No.
off probably week by week at least.
Yeah, well,
Couple
twice a
times-
week.
Couple
Yeah.
times a week,
Yeah.
and
Twice
then
a week, and
bring it
then-
from there.
Yeah, we'll see.
And then next podcast, I'm pretty sure we'll have a lot. We might have some
More stuff figured
I
out.
think we'll probably have a couple of extra stuff
Figured out.
to have with.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Well,
We got about another 5 minutes. We could
Yeah.
we could do it a little longer, 5 more minutes, to make it an hour.
I think we should end it here.
Another 5 minutes.
I think we should end it here because there's nothing we can really talk about for 5 minutes, and so, I believe we already said what we wanted to say. So, let's end it here. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and see ya.
See ya.